me. I seen it. I rewinded.
Driver that drives for Uber and Lyft. Joe currently uses multiple phones to efficiently drive for Uber and Lyft. But this can be a pain at times and very unsafe. That was until Joe found Maximo, the rideshare app that automates Uber and Lyft ride requests. Maximo will use the filters set by Joe, like time, distance, and passenger rating, to determine which rides are best suited for Joe. When a ride request comes in, Joe doesn't need to worry. Maximo will automatically accept the ride request that matches his filters, and then turn off the app that isn't currently on a ride. Once Joe finishes the ride, Maximo will turn everything back on. This will allow Joe to focus more on his passengers and driving safe.
Steve said yes.
Who did you say was going at you?
What's up? And welcome to Thursday Roundtable. I think you probably caught a little bit of Gary swearing. That's just
Gary's the best.
A madman. Like the guy you think he is in person. He's just not backstage. He's cracking the whip and yelling at us and stuff.
I know. I just had to wipe my tears away. He was being so mean.
I know. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining us.
Hamill's laughing because he knows I'm right.
It was a ribbing. That wasn't, It
wasn't too bad.
It was all in love. I get that. It was all.
It's not damaging for life or anything.
Yeah, that's it.
But anyway, I got to introduce everybody here. So let me start off with all the way over there. I got it right. Yes, Kim, Side Money Plans. And right down there, I got that right too, is Hannibal. You go right through there. Hannibal is Hungry. Right below me is GaryZapps.com. And our guest tonight, of course, is All In with Holly Camp.
Hey.
Hopefully everybody got that joke too, because I don't know. I think it's pretty funny. Some of Holly's videos, and I'm not always for that kind of thing on a channel, but I think she's done it in a way that's pretty hilarious. I don't know. And it still continues. I saw another one today. So
yep, I dropped them today.
They're just not ending. You can't give up with this, can you?
No. And now I have people telling me that I need to switch my whole genre and start just finding other scammers. And
I'm one of them. I am one of them. I would say this is so fun and interesting, and you're breaking things down and investigating. I'm like, there's so many other scammers out there, and I think you would do a great work. But I know you do the gig economies thing. But we were just saying, I think I was talking to Steve about that, right? I was like, yeah.
But if this is what caught the algorithm, she could always start another channel for gig.
Yeah, that's true.
And do this because you do have that scammer payback type thing going. It's kind of,
honestly, it has always been something that's interested me. I've always been a little bit of a Barbara Walters when it comes to finding out. My kids are the same way. I mean, we've called my daughter Fallon. We've called her Barbara since she was 2 years old because she knows all and tells all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I didn't even know about Ari until you started doing these. I didn't even know about her. I knew nothing about her. In fact, I mean, I hadn't seen anything. I nothing. And then all of a sudden you had this crusade against her. And I was like, okay, I got to figure out what's going on. Well, it's kind of a crusade. I mean, I get it now. I don't like her at all now. You've made me not like somebody I would have never known.
Oh, great.
That's a way of saying it.
I do want to take a quick minute here because I'm sure we all heard this, but I think that it's pretty big news. This isn't normally like us, but it's really sad that Queen Elizabeth II died today. That she passed away. I don't know. She saw 16 presidents, 8 popes. She's like the longest running monarch of all time.
But why is it sad?
60.
She was 96.
Yeah, she was 96.
I mean, really, how many people get to live to be 96?
I don't know. Just because of the first I heard of it was this morning. That she was in Scotland. That she was that all the family was trying to get there. Like there was really no sign of it. I don't know. I guess that's what surprised me, because at that age, you would expect a little bit of a downward decline than her having a meeting 2 days ago, and then, oh, dead.
Guess that's how it happens sometimes.
You know? You know? Right, but it's not like she got hit by a car or something. It's
I mean, she's 96, and what was her net worth? Like billions?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like she
I don't
lived
even.
a
I have no
terrible life.
idea.
Imagine when you're 96, Steve.
But dude, you know what? English? I guess what I'm pointing out is that's a pretty intense position to be her. Like, she didn't really. I don't even know what of her life was hers. Like, that's a role that you live.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You
She
don't really
wasn't
get
very nice to Diana, though, was she? Wasn't there like some stuff that she wasn't very nice to her?
Have you been watching The Crown?
No, actually, I've never seen that.
You need to watch it.
I really
Is
don't
it
care
good?
that much about the royal family. Honestly, I mean, I was sad when Diana died because she was young and she had these 2 small kids and she was mistreated, I think. But other than that, I really don't care.
Yeah, I'm with you, Holly. I can care less. I mean, they don't really have an impact on anything anymore.
Jesus.
But just think also
Sorry,
of the
people.
history.
I'm sorry that I cared about something. I'll just stop doing that.
But just think just think of the history we're going to witness through this process of, we're going to witness, a monarchy funeral. We're going to witness a coronation. Like, we're going to be seeing history being made as it's happening, which I think is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Gary and we can watch something else when all that's on.
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
You
I'm
guys.
probably gonna be watching Cobra Kai because it drops at like 1 a.m. tonight. So
Cobra Kai? You like
I
that?
Is it really?
Either.
yeah.
Oh, I might have to binge watch that this weekend.
You can't, Kim. You got other stuff to watch now.
What do I need to watch?
The funeral.
The funeral, the coronation, all that.
Really?
Did you say you're going to watch Cobra Kai? Is that what I
Yeah.
caught while I was resetting
Yeah, that's
resetting
what he
my
said.
state government issued internet or whatever you call it?
Gary trying to say this is America.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to binge
We'll
watch
watch Cobra
something,
Kai.
watch Breaking Bad.
I haven't
Breaking
watched
Bad.
Cobra Kai. Sure am. You know what? I really don't do well with funerals. Period. Like, even people I know, like, they're like, "Oh, you want to go to a funeral?" I'm like, "Nope."
Nobody wants to go.
All right,
but-
man. You know what? We can just totally dishonor the woman. I'm sorry. I thought I'd just be nice.
No
here
one.
for a second.
No.
I
I'm
was
with
just
you,
trying to, like,
Steve.
Okay, thank you. Because I didn't want to get it. When it's not a topic, I just wanted to say, to the family and everything. Because, I mean, the other part of it is, look at how things will be handled. How will things be handled now? For a while, very badly. Trust me. Over there.
Who's taking over? William?
Charles.
What is it?
Charles.
Charles does not like any of them. He's going to cut them all out.
He's
can
not
kick
the
everyone.
bride.
Awesome. So that just
Yeah.
sounds like a beautiful start.
That sounds interesting. I'm interested now.
He's just going to take over, like, get the hell out of my castle or whatever they're
All right.
doing over there.
I'm
It's
getting
called
on
a
the bad.
palace.
Palace,
I'm getting on the bad. I'm getting on the bad
Cancel the
people
vote.
roller coaster too. Never mind. I'm glad she's dead. No, I'm just kidding.
He's
Don't
never
say
been
that. I
the
didn't, no, hey, wait. Me and Holly did not say we was glad. We just said that we don't have any personal interest in it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
What is it? God save the queen. He can't know.
No.
Oh, that was bad.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding, you guys. Hey, so we'll just move on from the queen since nobody cares at all. I'm sorry. I thought somebody might. Obviously, if Atlanta was watching this, she'd care probably. Maybe not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How's
she's
she doing?
invested. She
You
lives over
can
there.
Contact her.
It's like one person cares. Okay, forget it. Just forget it.
You
So
wanna
I'm gonna say
switch
hi to
guests?
everybody in chat. Never mind. It is what it is. She was old. She had it coming in Gary's mind. So
I did not say that. Holly said that.
I didn't say that.
this is awesome. Hey, what's up, Micah? What's up, Driven Dad? What's up, Thomas? What's up, Gary? What's up, Driven Mom? What's up, Rodney? Hello. What's up, Tim Kelly? What's up, Roy? What's up, Zaner? What's up, Eric? Outsider 2. Eric. What's up, Rideshare? Lisa. And did I miss anybody? No, I think I got everybody there. So some of the things I want to start with this Instacart stuff because Gary, you're gonna like this one. So Instacart doubles down on its technology solutions for independently owned local operated grocer Rosie. So what does doubling down for Instacart mean?
Yeah, I didn't quite get that either.
Hold
No,
on
I
real
just
quick.
mean like what do you double? Are you gonna take
Before
your
you continue,
penny stock and
If anybody wants to know these stories we talk about, you can actually go to uberlyftdrivers.com and get all the information there and follow along if you want to.
yeah.
Good
I
plug,
mean,
Gary.
it's funny
Good plug.
because
Thanks, Gary.
some of the things I'm looking here's what I'm looking at in the big picture of Instacart right now is okay. So we were wondering what they're doing. Here's what they're doing. They're collaborating. Here's the big retailers they're collaborating with: Big Lots, the Container Store, and Staples. To me, that just kind of shows exactly what they're doing. It's like,
Yeah,
I mean, you guys are just all pairing up of the failures who are going to be not a company in the next year.
So
Yeah,
instead of
basically.
$5 orders, they could give you $7 instead.
And
701.
and don't forget, you could be delivering furniture and appliances.
No, I
Oh,
You know
cannot.
what?
No,
I thought, what was that? Oh, on Walmart Spark last night, there was an offer on there, and it was one item, and I looked at it, and it was a 55-inch TV. I was like, no, I'll pass on that.
Oh, on Spark.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
But that's normal for Spark.
Well, I've never seen it on there before.
But Instacart shouldn't be having me deliver washer and dryers. Like,
well, how much they going to pay?
It doesn't matter.
what is it? $7? I think.
I'm not going to do it for $7, but
Are they really going to start delivering?
Well,
washer-
I mean, here's the thing. Like
They
you're
are.
not-
They
you're-
are. It's a
You're
real
not going to be
thing.
able to deliver that.
Really?
Like one person cannot deliver a washer and dryer. I mean, I guess you
Well,
could if you're a mover and you have the dollies.
Tell them
and,
that.
like that's just dumb.
I agree, but tell them that. I mean, they are doing it. You saw that.
Well,
I
I've seen
mean-
it, but it's still dumb.
Yeah, but they do it. I mean, I'm looking for the two screens
Ca-
over there.
Cam, if you showed up and they's like, "Yeah, you're taking those two washers and dryers," you'd be like, "What?"
Decline.
I don't
Wait, why did
Maybe
Kim have
I'll
to
just-
sound dumb? What?
Kim didn't sound dumb. What?
The only thing that I saw, I didn't read the whole article because I was in a hurry. That just when I was trying to read it, but I was just reading that Rosie thing was hooking them up with like smaller local grocers.
Right.
So
right.
that must have been
I'm
further
just
on
wondering
in the article.
who's wanting to get invested with Instacart right now. Like, why?
Well,
You know,
I'm
that's my
wondering, are
question.
they
It's like, why do you
charging
want to?
less? I wonder if they're charging less fees than like DoorDash or somebody might charge.
And say
Right,
it's all
but
about
okay, but as
dollars
a-
and cents.
But as a business guy, wouldn't you maybe look at that as I might want to pay more?
I
Like
don't
maybe
know.
this isn't who exactly I want to be with.
Well, but we know people take these orders. I mean, so what? As far as like the business concerned, they don't really care as long as somebody's picking up the order.
Right. Right. Like I'm going to put up one here on the screen. I want you guys to. I'm going to put up two. I want you guys to tell me if either one of these are worth the damn.
Oh, I failed at this too because I did not know how to read the order.
Well, yeah, but you don't. But you don't do these. So, and I don't
don't,
either
I don't.
because they suck this bad. But let's look at them. So, let's look at
Steve,
this one first. Well, no, tell me which is better of these two because they're both awesome.
Note the
Oh
sarcasm.
boy.
Okay, so we have this one. How do you guys feel about this one? As it comes in, should be on the screen. There it is. How do we feel about that?
not good.
No.
Not good.
Holly, do you like this?
No.
Now,
Okay,
I
well
have
then-
questions. I have questions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
it's. I know. You told me it's 3 shop and delivers, but it's only a total of 4 miles.
Okay.
But you
So
also have to go in there and shop for
Well,
40.
But you have to do-
That's my question. How long does it take to shop 40 items?
It depends.
But then you have to separate, and you have to get them batched out. I mean, like you're.
Yeah,
and you
but
have
like,
to stop at 3 different places.
like
and
here's the thing though, is like 39 items. That's between all 3. So one of them could potentially be 2 items. Okay, put that in the top rack, and then another one could be 5 items. So you just separate that and then do the rest for the rest, right?
But this is what I think. This
separating
is what they do though, Gary. This is what I was talking to you about. Like 1080 batch earnings. Okay, so it's what is it? $3.70 per order that Instacart's paying you. One person tipped 1081, and they're putting the other 2 shops.
That looks like one person tipped, and the rest 2 didn't. And you're
guess.
shopping for 2 non-tip orders.
I mean, we don't know that, but that's my guess. That's how they work it now. They take a big tip, they smush it with 2 non-tips, and they just make it look like it's good, and it's still not good.
If you separate 3 and divide it, right? So with like 10-ish items, someone probably spending about what 110. So like $10 would be somewhat of a tip. It's kind of low tip. So there's no way all 3 tip for those orders.
No. Especially just that batch earning and the tip being 1 cent
can
off.
they tip after delivery as well? Or
they don't. I don't.
Is that common?
You
on
can.
Instacart?
Yes.
I don't know. I've talked to people who do Instacart a lot though, and I don't know anybody who gets after tips from Instacart.
It's possible. I don't know if they, but it is possible.
I mean, maybe they do what DoorDash used to do, and they just steal it. Here's the other awesome order. So, I mean, they got to steal it to make the company survive, because otherwise, I mean, let's be honest. But okay, so here's the other one, Holly. Maybe you'll like this one better because this one's pretty good, actually. Can you?
I'll be the judge of that.
No, you got to add it first.
Yeah, it won't add. Oh, you mean through that? I see.
Yeah.
Well, the other way, I just shared the screen.
Well, that's not, you might have to share the screen too, but
Right, I did, dude.
Mom.
I didn't want to recognize it.
hey, it's your mom. Is that what it said, mom?
That's what I thought it said.
Yeah, that's my mom. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Okay, so here we go. This one's awesome.
Oh yeah, hell no.
Okay, I can't see the tip and total line though.
Okay, well, they want me to drive 10.4 miles.
Oh, there you go.
They want me to go to a
10.15.
Sprouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first of all, these, not
horrible.
not to be a jerk, but the people have money enough to pay for a tip. Come on. I mean, these are people who are spending more on their groceries.
Look at that delivery though. It's Sprouts. There's one right by Sprouts, and then up, and then one almost north of where you're currently at.
And you're having to stop and get out and deliver 3 times. Nope.
Yeah. Yep. 10.4
And
miles.
the 10.4 is only from the store, so you still got whatever to get to the store. I'm gonna guess you're about 4 miles away right there.
Yeah, but it's also where it is on Colfax. It's going to take me about 15 minutes to get to that store.
Yeah, I'll be right back to go do that right now.
Okay, hurry up, Kim. We'll wait.
Bye, Kim.
See if you get a tip after.
I mean, Kim already agrees with me, but this just, I mean, you guys, I don't know, maybe somebody in the chat, maybe Bud Soda who loves this, or Holly. I mean, honestly, isn't this about at least, am I being wrong? Is this an hour and a half worth of work? I think it is.
How many?
23.
Well, I mean, having to go to the store from where my blue mark is, having to do the shops, having to go 10.4 miles in Denver Metro.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't know. That 10.4 miles, is that you're jumping on the highway and you're there in 10 minutes?
No, that's none of
that.
that's highway. All of it's city streets.
Well, I mean, I would decline it just because, like I said, I think you're 4 or 5 miles away, so that puts you at 15 miles right there. And I like $2 a mile. So
Well, for 3 shops, I never take anything. I won't say never, but if it's 3 different customers, I try not to take anything under 40. If it's right around $40,
Okay.
like 39, 38, 37,
No,
somewhere
so I think if you do this a lot, though, like Holly probably does it a lot. I'm assuming
That's why I'm asking, because these
Right.
aren't just bad offers. These are 2 from today. I just opened it before
what I'm getting
this,
at is she's probably a lot quicker at shopping than we are.
but she still wouldn't take those.
Holly, how often do you actually see like the $40 orders or like the $30 orders? Like, how often do you actually see that in your market?
Not near as much as I used to, because it used to be the first 6 or 7 months that I was doing gig work, I was exclusively Instacart, because there were so many orders that I could do 5 batches in the day, and I'd do a batch, I'd get done, another one would come up within 10 minutes. It was, there were good ones to take. But now I can go the whole day and be watching Instacart, and some days there won't even be one that I can even take. So,
right. I know that you guys talk about it
still
being a filler. I see flames in a company burning that wants to team up with Big Lots and Container Store and Staples and go down together.
And Steve really wants it to
I
happen.
hate that it's that
I do. I really do.
Steve just
Like,
wants to be
all
on
these
top
gig
of the fire
companies
going,
need
I
to
told you.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I
like
like
literally.
the shopping part. I like
Yeah.
the shopping part. It's my favorite app to work, but is the work there? That's the question now. And when it was there, I loved it. And I do like doing it, but it's just really gone downhill and it sucks.
Well, even you've said that it's like a filler app.
It
But
has to be. There's no way you can do it.
But when I look throughout the day, I don't ever see better. This is what I see all the time. This is like this isn't the best of what I see, but it's not that far off. I don't think I've ever seen a order over $28, and that was 3 shop and delivers and about 60 items. Like I've never seen one single order over $18 with the tip. Never.
Really?
It doesn't even, it could be 80 items. 80 items is usually about $11 with either no tip or a $2 tip.
Now, how long have you sat there with the phone in your hand and just like scrolled down up and down that screen, refresh?
I mean, I used to do it all the time when I started because I thought, okay, so I'm doing something wrong. I'll just sit here. I'll go offline, back online. I've tried everything.
Okay.
It tells me to drive to a store. As soon as it does that, I know that's not a solution. You guys are just trying to tell me, you're trying to get me out so that I work and sit there and take some junk.
Well, as soon as you drive there, then they're going to tell you that the store on the opposite side of town's busy.
Right. I mean, it's like a heat map. I mean, they show all of my stores, but none of them are worth, I don't know. I'll keep trying it, but I mean, literally, I can't scrape up one good offer. And it does seem to be that they're all stacked now. I did used to see that some of them were single orders, but I feel like they're doing that. I don't even know if they're telling people that they're stacked or if like one person tips good and they're just stacking them. Well, no, I mean, like, okay, so right. So I mean, if they're taking like if Hannibal tips $10 and then Gary and I tip nothing, they're just stacking the 3 together and saying, well, here, this is what you're going to get.
Yeah, they'll say you're going to get your groceries a few hours later, but there's no reason why. They'll say, oh, the person finished shopping, and you're like, well, they finished shopping, they should be on their way, and they're not. Why? Because they're probably shopping for someone else. So
I tell the customers.
With me tipping, I'm waiting for my groceries to help someone who's not tipping get their groceries delivered as well.
Can you select which one you deliver first? I'm just curious.
Yes and no. You're supposed to go in the order that they give you. If you have, if you do need to skip one and go ahead, you can see the other addresses. So you could do that, but I don't think you can. I'm trying to think.
Gary, every time I've seen it though, they put it in an order that's logical. Like it would be really weird to go out of your way.
Well, what I was thinking is, say if the third one tipped and you knew this, you could go deliver that one and then backtrack.
Yeah, you don't know it though. Yeah. But the other thing is, I've had this happen before where I go to the first customer and they have to be home. Say I had a bottle of wine in there and they're not going to be home or they're not going to be there for another 45 minutes or something. So then I will skip ahead and I go deliver to number 2 and number 3, and then I go back to 1. So, but I don't think I can mark 2 and 3 as delivered. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've done that. So I have to wait until I go to number 1 and mark them delivered and then figure out a way to mark 2 and 3. But
But Soda said that Big Lots was good for him. I didn't do Instacart, but I did a Big Lots on DoorDash, and it wasn't so bad either. So I'm like, I don't know about doing Big Lots, and then I actually did it. I'm like, oh, this wasn't so bad.
So maybe Kim and I could do one day, because we both live in good gig markets, where we just one day only do Instacart.
Oh, Steve, I don't know
What's
about
the
that.
big lots? Is it like a warehouse grocery, like Costco's and BJ's and?
No,
it's
no.
a small.
No,
little
it's
store.
like
it's like a
Joe.
Dollar
It's like
General.
it's like a Halloween store, open year round.
Halloween store.
Think about like a Five Below, but with like furniture and
Dollar
Okay.
General
yeah.
or
Yeah.
Dollar General with furniture, maybe.
Right, that's all I was gonna say.
It's like a container store without containers. It's just
Just do
And they got,
stand-up,
like,
Steve.
they
Just,
sell
you know.
they sell bags that you can, like, birthday bags,
Okay, all the
and then
They
they'll sell
everything.
what's the other thing I'm thinking of? Tuesday morning. It's like a Tuesday morning. You go in there and you're super confused. You're like, what is this place? Why is there a vase over here and a picture over here? And what's this?
Next
know.
to like the spaghetti box of like spaghetti.
I feel like Tuesday morning was invented for Saturday mornings when people forgot to get a wedding gift.
I love that store though. I love to shop in there for myself. They have great prices in there.
Have one by me.
Maybe I should stop dissing on things.
yeah, they got as a market for these things.
I mean, I just picked up the vibe from Holly and Gary about the Queen and rolled with it.
Wow.
Well, the Queen didn't have to shop at Tuesday mornings.
Right.
Now she won't.
Her
Yeah.
service.
She'll never shop again.
Yeah. I think this is Gary, maybe you can help me out with this one. So we know that, remember, what was it, 2019, December of 2019 with the 57 million Uber data breach?
Right. Yes.
Okay. They're now putting Joe Sullivan as the point of contact, and they're all going, he did it.
See, I don't think you can blame like okay.
I want to go with this because it shouldn't the company as a whole be responsible for this? Like, you're not able to just go, it's this guy right here.
Okay, we might need to tell them what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So,
probably.
yeah. So what we're talking about is I don't know, a while back, some hackers got a hold of some data, 57 million users data from Uber, and ended up paying out the hackers. But then they covered it up and said that it was part of a program that they have, a bug finding program, and they just kind of swept it under the rug. And then Dara came out a year later, was it 2020?
Yeah.
Something like that, and said
Before the
yeah,
pandemic, though. Yeah.
yeah, and said, oh yeah, by the way, we had a data breach and 57 million users, driver's license, emails, and all that got released, blah, blah, blah. Now they're trying to point fingers at one single guy in
Literally,
the whole
you guys.
Uber company. One guy.
I mean,
not a
they're just
department.
letting
Yeah.
him have it. Like, it was
Wow.
him. And it seems like with everything that every country is accusing Uber of about security and everything, they would go, no, this doesn't work for us. You're going down as a team, or I don't know. It doesn't seem like they would just let, after the Anthony Lewandowski thing with the Alphabet Waymo secrets, and when he took documents over to Uber, that made sense to me. He actually stole documents from working for Google, kind of put them in his coat, went to work for Uber, pulled him out of his coat. Okay, that makes sense to me. He committed the crime. But this guy was just part of the team. And they're going, well, it's Joe, dude.
Yeah.
It's Joe.
Figured
You
somebody
want,
had to
take him
take the
away.
fall.
Okay, the
That would
breach
be
was
like
in
all of us pointing the
2017.
finger at Gary and saying it's all Gary's fault.
Always.
Well, I mean, it just
Well,
doesn't.
it
It,
would
it
be
just
in my
doesn't
case,
seem. It just doesn't seem like this is. And I don't even want to say fair, because life isn't fair and whatnot. But it doesn't seem like this is how they've been reacting to other things lately. Uber's getting it from every direction for everything they do. So why are they allowed? Like the driven mom, Lisa said, like the fall guy. Yeah, but why? Why is there allowed to be a fall guy on something this big? I
Is
mean,
it
are we
just-
really supposed to believe that this guy, Joe Sullivan, did it? And that if it hadn't been for him, it wouldn't have happened? Is that what they're trying to make me swallow here? Because I don't buy it at all.
But what about the girl that's taken all the fall for the accident with the self-driving car? They made
I don't like that either.
Yeah,
See,
we've already said that.
That's
Yeah.
what they
Is
do.
Is it
Right.
me
Yeah,
or
that's why I'm pointing this out. They're doing it. They seem to get away with this crap. And I'm just
Yep.
like, like, okay, this guy's like the executive for, what was he? The Uber's former security officer.
Security officer. Yeah.
But
Right. But
me or-
okay, so he
But
did
is
it.
it me
Like-
or do we? I feel like we're seeing a lot more like hacks in companies lately, like a lot more than normal. I feel like it's like just the topic of conversation that we talk about like kind of over and over again. Yeah, Uber. Like I just feel like there's been a lot more hacks lately than I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't.
Well,
I don't know
mean,
if it's
like-
more hacks. Gary would know more about this than me. But honestly, I feel like when you get near elections, midterms, or primaries, I feel like there's a lot of hacking going on.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of hacking in general going on everywhere, every day.
Yeah.
The thing we see most with the companies though is they tell hackers to hack them. Like they actually have programs out there. They pay people. If you can hack Uber and find an exploit, and then tell Uber about it, they will pay you. And the thing is, with this case, the guy's not in trouble. He's not in trouble for the 57 million users' data getting out. That's not what he's in trouble for. He's in trouble for paying these guys $100,000 a piece and saying that it was part of their bug program instead of releasing it, out to the open to the courts and everything like that. You have to disclose this information, and
Okay.
that's what they're saying.
So
They're saying this guy
there must
did
be
not.
enough evidence to suggest that he failed this one thing. Hey, tell everyone this what you did with this
Yeah,
program. If you didn't do that, then I guess they wouldn't put him on trial to lose, right? Because I'm sure these prosecutors want to look good, taking down a big corporate guy. So I'm assuming they have enough evidence to suggest that.
But here's the thing about
Good.
No, I got to say this with corporations. A security officer wouldn't have financial. He wouldn't be able to pull the money.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That was going to be my next thing, Steve. Like you're trying to tell me that the security officer can go around and just say, "Yeah, give this person $100,000. Give this person $100,000." No,
But
that thing got.
That's
ran up
why
the
there's
ladder.
balance. Yes,
Right, but isn't it the responsibility of the CEO ultimately in charge of the entire company? It would just be like me, someone coming into my store stealing $1,000, $2,000 worth of stuff when I wasn't there. I'm still responsible for it as the store manager because I'm running the store. So it's the same concept. He's still responsible for the company.
In a sense, because I mean that's why you delegate tasks and duties. But like if I would say anybody was responsible for this, it would at least be 3 people, because $100,000 payout, that's not something that one guy signs off on. It's at least 3 people. Most banks, anything over 25 grand or 50 grand, most banks require 2 signatures for those checks or withdrawals or whatever. So at least 3 people. It'd be him and 2 other people. Whoever authorized this should be in trouble, not one guy.
Right. Yes. Yeah, that's and I mean there are those checks and balances. That's what I was kind of getting, like, dude, this guy doesn't have access to a checkbook, unlimited checkbook, or unlimited miscellaneous funds or anything like that. In fact, that's why they separate these positions. So there, I mean, like, if you're going to say he's responsible, well, who gave him the money? They're responsible. Who directed that? They're responsible. Again, I don't know how I get what a scapegoat is. I don't get how one can exist in a situation like this without people going, yeah, but he can't write a check. Who wrote the damn check? I don't know. If I'm a judge, and again, I'm not, but I mean, if I'm a judge, wouldn't I ask this? Wouldn't I say, okay, well, Joe Sullivan, the security director, yeah, he played a role in this, but who wrote the money? Where'd the money come from?
Right. There's more people to include in this besides just one person.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like you should just be able to throw one guy out on the road, but
especially after a year, because we got to remember, I did look. It says it happened in 2017. They finally released it in 2019.
Right. Okay.
But like a whole year went by. So they've already went through taxes and audits and internal audits of their stuff. Like you're trying to tell me in a whole year, nobody in the financial department said, "Hey, Why did we pay $200,000 for a bug
Right.
bounty? Like in the bug bounty program, they typically give out like 5, 10, 15,000. 100K to two people, like $200,000. That's a lot, and somebody should have caught that.
Right. I mean, there's a thing, I'm reading about what Dara said here. You may be asking why we were just talking about this now a year later. Yeah, I am. And then it just kind of goes out of his quote and just goes into some more information about this guy. It's like, Uber disclosed in 2018, Uber paid $148 million over its failure to disclose the data breach. Okay, to 50 state generals. Like, where did that number come from? And why?
Well, that's what's funny. It always goes to the state, never to the people affected by it.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
exactly.
about to say. I mean, did the state generals get their information stolen or something? I mean, what
Right.
that happened?
Right. I mean, like, and did that go back to the people or did that go to like campaign funds?
Probably campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
again, back to the people,
this is-
please.
I don't know. I just thought I guess what I'm saying is I thought part of technology and like Gary's robots and that he wants the world run by robots would include no more scapegoating. Like he did it. Like, okay, we're past that, you guys. There was probably 50, 60, 80 people involved who took direct orders from somebody else. There's probably a net to be cast over 100 people who were involved in this on some level.
Probably.
And yet this one guy,
Wait,
I just find it weird that one guy's going to go,
When did
okay,
Dara take over?
I'll take it.
When did Dara take over?
2017.
Okay, so this happened
March of 2017.
before Dara?
Yeah. So it would have been December of 2016
Okay, so that was Travis?
when it happened.
Oh, he knew about that. Come on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Like I guarantee he's the one who authorized that.
Right.
So
Mr.
Kim's
Cloud,
right.
Mr.
Kim's
Cloud
right. Hang
Kitchen
the
himself.
CEO out.
It's
We've all
but then
seen-
Derek comes in, he's like, I don't know nothing. Yeah, you do. You know exactly.
I think
what
it's
he did.
easier. I would assume I know nothing legal wise, but wouldn't it be easier legal wise as a company to blame one person opposed to several people to go through the due process quicker so they can get it done over with and kind of move on?
Well, what I believe happens when they have one person take the fall is they don't want them drumming up any other things that might happen. Because you start blaming 10, 15, 20 people, somebody's going to give you some dirt on something else.
Good point.
Well, if you read the subtitle on this article from The Guardian, it says Joe Sullivan's trial is believed to be the first case of an executive facing criminal charges over such a data breach.
But that's the thing, though. He's not facing charges over the breach. He's facing charges over hiding the breach.
Well,
Right.
okay.
Kind of misleading.
Right.
Agreed.
But still, he's like, okay, all these companies out there and all the people who have been thrown to the wolves, like this guy's the first guy facing criminal charges. I don't know.
As soon as you find out you have a breach, you have to alert everybody.
But they didn't.
I know,
Let's be
that's-
clear
that's why
about
he's
that
in
too.
trouble.
Right.
That's why he's in
Right.
trouble.
They were like, it didn't happen. Just shh, be quiet. Don't worry. These people, it's not like they had good credit to begin with. Don't worry about them. Like, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure we should, but okay, this let me see if Holly has any take on this, because what was it that I was taking away from this? So okay, so I want to know everybody's opinion on it. I want to know chat's opinion on this too, because this bar chart story really kind of threw me off a bit. So what it's saying the economy is about to have a work from home reality check. And in here it's saying that during the pandemic, we became so accustomed to working from home, to doing all our work from home, to, this, that, the other, but that we've got to move back to the old way of doing things. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not saying everybody needs to work from home, but I'm not sure that that's plausible, that it's going to happen. That why would companies go back out and reinvest into brick and mortar buildings and make people come back?
they're very controlling.
I know, but why? Okay, but why would they want to
I mean,
spend the
that-
extra money? We
because
already
they're
know
very
that they're starting to
controlling.
do like watch you from home stuff, though.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know because, like, I've never understood that. Why have brick and mortar if you can do everything remotely? You know,
Yeah.
Well-
as long as everybody's job's getting done, who cares?
Well, they're saying that it's bad for the economy for everybody to work at home because people now aren't going out to lunch or going to the dry cleaners around the corner from where they work. And so that's what I'm reading on this article here.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, I agree with all that, but at the same time,
Right.
people not going out to lunch isn't going to make a company reopen another location.
Right.
They're
but
not they're not going
no,
to care. They're
understand.
going to be like, I don't care if he goes out to lunch or not.
Yeah. Because from a business perspective, right, it doesn't make sense
Right.
from that business's perspective.
Right, but that's what this article is kind of getting at, is that we are getting past that point, and all the companies are going to be coming back. And if you've been working from home, forget about it. That's going to end. And it's like, really? Because I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
a little change, but I don't see people running back to offices.
No, I can only see like if your role depends on person to person or something like that. If you can pick up a phone and call somebody, why are you gonna make everybody? Why are you gonna spend that money on a building? Yeah, I don't get that.
I mean, this is what I see in Denver too, is what John's saying. If nothing else, I've seen them turning into like apartments and stuff, like old office buildings that I used to know are turning into these like these condos and stuff. It's like they're making more room to live. They're not trying to. I don't even think they're trying to revive a lot of these old buildings.
Well,
They're
saying
just
that people
they're
aren't-
vacant.
that they're
I
not
wa-
being as productive as they say they are from home. That people are screwing off basically a little bit more than they do when they're in the office because they actually have someone watching them. So they're not being honest about the hours they're putting in, the work that they're getting done. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying that's what the article was stating.
Oh, I can tell you right now, it's true.
I'm
Like,
sure.
like I mean, I've worked from home for several companies, and yeah, whenever I'm at home, I don't do half of what I'm supposed to. Like, I mean, the job gets done, I just don't do it like I'm supposed. I'm not like in front of the computer all day long, 8 hours a
Hey,
day.
Gary.
No.
But if the job
You
gets
know.
done, who cares?
Yeah, that's my point. And that the companies I work for, that was their point too. As long as you get the job done, they don't care if you work an 8-hour day straight or if you take 15 hours on your time to do it, as long as it got done.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this article seemed like a little bit of a push towards, this we can't be independent contractors, towards the unions, all these things that we're gonna. By the way, everybody, you're gonna start hearing a ton of that stuff. So start getting prepared. You're gonna start seeing TV ads. You're gonna start seeing all kinds of things that you're gonna be like, wait, we've been talking about this on this show, and they're gonna come around just around politics time. Mark my words. Because they're going to be using the PRO Act, they're going to be using unions, all this stuff. And you're going to hear about it all in the wrong light, too. So we'll obviously talk about it here in the right light, because they just they can't get it right. So, Kim, do you want to talk about the DoorDash story? Ask
Sure,
and you shall receive.
I know. I actually got a kick out of it. So the title of the article is called "You Ask, You Shall Receive." So there was a Dasher who got revenge on a customer for one of those strange leave at door requests, and the request was ring the doorbell 1,000,000 times, and the Dasher literally rang the doorbell 1,000,000 times. And he put it on TikTok, and it completely went viral. It has like 184,000 things, and people were actually saying, really, I thought people were actually saying a couple of funny things. Let me see if I can actually pull it up, because I didn't actually write it down what they were saying. I actually thought. But I will say, that's not something I personally would do. Like, I'm a customer service person, so okay, I might ring the doorbell like 2 or 3 times so you hear it, but 1,000,000
One
times.
of the comments on here, one of the comments is
Thank
they
you,
answer.
pulled it up.
Yeah, they say they answer. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Keep ringing.
You said 1,000,000.
Yeah.
And then someone actually, this one actually cracked me up. Imagine if you got the wrong house and you're like,
Oh,
Well, somebody'd come out at that point and be like, I'm sorry. They would come out with a hammer or something and be like, what are you
Right.
doing? I'm going to break your fingers.
yeah. One of these says, "What if it's a neighbor playing a prank?"
Arturo, I don't even know what to say. You come in and
He's the best, right?
dude, he kind of like he supports the show. I mean, wow.
Steve
Thank you,
really
Arturo.
appreciates it, Tara.
Yeah, I really do. And I do a thing with Arturo with his end of month thing too. But I mean, it's nothing. He pops in here and drops these huge bombs, and it's thank you, Arturo, very much. I don't even know what to say.
Steve, you're taking his lunch money, is what he said.
I'm not bullying him though.
Yeah,
He's
bullying.
just giving it to me.
Oh,
I didn't
you
say
said
give me your
Steve.
lunch money.
You know,
Oh.
Arturo, just put a thumbs up in the chat if he's making you give it.
Don't do it, Arturo. You know what I told you.
I'm sorry, Steve. Did you say you were taking us all out to lunch with that?
That's what he said.
That's what he said, right? You heard that, right,
I think
Holly?
I
so.
had
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
A virtual lunch.
Next gig conference.
You could just order us
Yeah,
DoorDash for
DoorDash.
each individual house.
No,
and
no,
we'll say,
There
No,
you
you-
go.
you
and
got-
then we
you
can all
gotta
have
do
lunch
mine
together
through
and he
Grubhub.
pays. Perfect.
what?
He's got to do mine through Grubhub. I don't use DoorDash.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and on
Just real
on
quick, I just want to like circle back around just real quick.
go
I
ahead.
don't know. As funny as this is, like, I just can't imagine as a DoorDasher, like me ever doing something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. and
Really,
my
even
service.
on your most crazy day where you're just like,
Wow.
God, if
I don't have
somebody
crazy
really
days.
pushes my button right now, that's it. And then somebody's like, ring it a million times. You're like, you know what? Fine.
Look. Steve,
No.
Steve,
No.
you know how I
Holly.
am. Kim is the opposite of me. Like Kim would never at a slumber party go and marker somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
no.
you know how I am about you can't let people
She
sleep around
might.
me. She's the opposite. She's the one that'd be like, oh no, she'd be too nice. She'd be like, oh no, don't do that to him. And I'd be like, do it.
Shit, Kim's going in there with like wipes for him after
Right,
Holly
right,
got
right,
to
right.
him. Like, I know she did it, but here's some wipes.
And I'm behind Kim with the permanent marker.
Marker again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
To me,
just
it's
see,
just a
like-
customer service thing. Like, really, taking it to like
Like,
a little
I don't-
bit of an extreme.
I don't mind some of the requests. Like this one, I'd probably ring it like 5-10 times.
As I
and you're
said, I
welcome.
probably would do like 3 to 5 times to make sure
Right.
that they heard
It-
it.
It's the ones that like some of these comments on here, like, oh, I asked the delivery driver to meow at me. Like, I'm not meowing at you. I'm not playing a fool. Like some of these, like, just dumb.
Or tip me, like, or put a money amount. Like, I'll meow at you. There's an amount that gets me to meow at you.
Yeah, there's an amount that makes us do about anything.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, meowing's not out of my. If Hannibal can cuddle, I can meow.
Okay, Arturo, you heard. You can tell him do whatever you want. You already hit his money limit, so.
Yeah, Arturo, if you want me to meow, I can meow. I mean, I don't know. I just
keep that for your OnlyFans, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, it's like one of those things, dude. If somebody said to you, Gary, hey, deliver my food. By the way, would you do this for $5? You're like, no. There is a price on that. If they're like, would you do it for 10 grand?
Right.
You'd
Depends
be
on what it
licking your
is.
paws, meowing. You
You might get on a cat suit for that
right,
amount.
cough up a hairball, and you're like,
Kim stopping by the costume store.
You'd go in the
You know?
litter box.
I mean, literally, come on, guys. If anybody is saying that they wouldn't, I'm going to call BS. We all have an amount on things. And I'm not saying for everything.
Some of us are cheaper than others, Steve.
We all have different amounts, but we all have a lot more that we would do than these gig apps let us do. Let's just say that. And I'm not saying bad stuff. I'm just saying we would go above and beyond what these apps allow us to do. If somebody's like, hey, there's 10 grand if you would just do this and it's not illegal, I'm going to think about it, right?
I'm thinking if it's illegal, you might still think about it. It depends on how illegal. A little illegal.
It does
or-
kind of depend on how illegal. Yeah, I guess.
Is it a felony or a misdemeanor?
And
Or
can
is it
I
just
throw
a
somebody
ticket?
from Uber under the bus if I get caught?
So next Thursday, when Steve's not here, we know where he's at.
Jail time or a fine.
Right. Does the payout cover the fine plus I make some money? Says Steve. He paid you. You got a purr.
There you go. There's your purr, man.
Wow. That's the only thing I can say is wow.
I don't know what else to say.
Practicing for when this happens.
He's getting his OnlyFans ready.
No, I'm also trying to expose myself to anybody that might be strolling across this channel going, well, this guy's going to do some stuff for some money. How do we get in touch with him? And you get in touch with me at Steve at Rideshare Rodeo.
Hey, you can add that to your dumpling.
I can purr like a cat.
Right. Purr like a cat.
I can deliver your groceries in a kitten suit.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Instacart will only pay you $5 to do that.
Right. They take off money. Like, oh, you're going to do that? I'll pay you half. Like,
Hannibal's like, what? I got to quit joining this
right,
Thursday.
what have I stumbled into here? That's what he's saying, dude.
I'm definitely going to deliver in costume next Halloween.
Thomas, thank you very much. Because I don't do Instacart. Yes. Wait, I thought Thomas. Oh, you just always give me crap for it, but you don't do it.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
No,
My
he does it.
sister-
He
my
says,
Oh, he
sister-
does do it. That's what I
he
thought.
says because I do Instacart.
Oh, because I do it right. That makes sense.
I'm not going to tell you her name.
That
My
cat
sister's
keeps
in the
getting
live
me
chat.
now.
And she wants to know if any of you guys carry a gun. Because she said, not safe for my sister to be out there in the middle of the night.
I would say
Here's my
Fol-
guns.
follow.
I would say
the
no
state
grocery
law.
or Instacart people are carrying a gun. I would feel safe in saying that. If they are, that's weird.
Well, I think she's
Um,
talking about nighttime because that's...
Because Holly, you stay out until like
Yes,
2
people
a.m.,
carry
3
guns.
a.m., right?
I mean, I don't need to answer that as myself, but I can easily answer saying yes. A lot
Yeah,
of people
people
carry
do.
weapons,
Right.
Yeah.
They do.
and if not a gun, we've talked about this before: a taser, a knife,
Some
something,
sort of... Yeah.
something like that. I would say about half of the people do, to be honest. Even if it's mace, whatever. About half of the drivers out there, if not more, with rideshare do it.
And I don't only go at night, by the way. I am out there in the afternoon as well. I am out when the lights are still up.
That
By the
1
way,
hour.
for anybody who's confused, gig giggity is pull my gig.
Yeah.
So just if you've seen that coming up, that's pull my gig. I know because he did the fist and then the peace sign that he always does on a couple of lives, and I was like, oh wait, that's okay. I knew, and so I had to figure it out though. So if he was in hiding, I just pulled him out of hiding.
You
So
blew up his spot.
So is it today? Is today the 7th? Yes. So today the New York yellow taxi is through the app.
Yes.
Okay. So as of today, it's through the
I
app,
think so.
and the yellow taxi is priced the same as Uber X. Weird.
It's cheaper.
Well, yeah, on the one, but I mean, it says that it's the same. I don't know what that means. Like overall,
It says it's the same, but then Uber X is 36.46.
right? Yeah.
Taxi
For the one example. Sure.
34.20. Yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah. Right. And it shows, Hannibal, if you're wondering, it shows, maybe you'll be able to kind of put this into perspective. It says 3 World Trade Center to the Empire State Building, 34.20 in a yellow cab, 36.46 in an Uber X.
I would just take the train.
But how long is that? 5 minutes in a car?
It depends on the traffic. I mean, right now, the real crazy story for New York City is congestion pricing that they're going to implement. Like ridiculous amount of money just to get in and out of Lower Manhattan. A lot of people are freaking out because
But beneath 60th.
yeah,
Right?
it's very it's going to be a lot of money for you to use your car to go in and out of Manhattan in certain times of the day. Rideshare drivers are trying to see if they're going to be able to be exempt from this. They may not be. The MTA is running this. MTA runs the public transportation. It looks like they're trying to make sure that this happens because more people take the train and not drive their cars. So it's a kind of a chaotic situation as is. But cabs are it's extremely important to have these cabs, but I think it got to a point there's too many on the island of Manhattan. Traffic is so bad that the mayor, the governor is all in favor of this stuff. So it's going to get kind of crazy. I think we may be the only place ever, not ever, but one of the first to ever suggest this. Basically, like an automatic toll would happen when you go into the island of Manhattan at certain times of the day. Really like the lower Manhattan, really the big, the financial, all the money, all of the kind of stuff is at, and you have to pay a certain amount of money to get in there. And that is kind of crazy. I mean, I personally do not drive in Manhattan during the day anyway, but now if I had an doctor appointment, if it's in the city, I wouldn't even suggest to drive anymore. I would have to take the train, and I think that's what MTA wants. They want more people taking the train, not driving in cars.
But at the same time, they're taking we talked about this last week. I feel like it was the $28 surcharge to rideshare drivers going under 60th Street, and that whole amount goes to the MTA, and I think that's the Mass Transit Authority, right?
Exactly, yeah. They're the public.
Okay, so they're taking $28 on every ride going from above 60th to in below 60th to improve the subways.
So, get people more,
it's like you're talking about they want you to ride the subway, but they're taking all this money from the rideshare people to make the subways rideable.
It's outrageous, to be honest. First they're factoring how there'll be less cars, climate, so they're throwing that in there. Be cleaner air, of course, they're going to throw that in there as well. The pricing will go to the customer, right? Like everything will be more expensive if you are going to use the cab or rideshare to go in and out of Manhattan, or be in Manhattan during what they call peak hours. I don't know what the peak hours is, but right now, I think a lot of rideshare drivers are looking to make sure that they are exempt from this, and we'll see what happens with that. But that is very interesting, because if they can do that here, then I'm sure there's other crazy, heavy traffic areas in America that will be like, oh, we see what New York is doing. Maybe that'll work over here. You know how that works, right?
Oh, and what I'm waiting for from this is kind of exactly what you just said. I'm waiting for this to get implemented over in California, which is already a mess.
Yeah.
And hey, let's put these union cabbies to work, and this won't cause any problems with the rideshare drivers, really, because I think it's going to cause just tons. And so I think these models that are like put into place somewhere, and then other places look at them like, maybe we could do that. I mean, spend some more time looking at this stuff, because it seems like it's like AB5, they mock it up and they're like, this is a good idea. Is it though? Like, should we look at it a little more?
It's going to affect multiple. It's not just New York. It's people who are from New Jersey who come here to work. How that factors in, they'd have to drive. So it's a lot of problems that can occur when they're just trying to get as much money out of everyone as possible. So
Hannibal, are they trying to charge everyone or just the cab drivers? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Well, anyone that's driving a car. If you're driving a car, you will get this.
Why would rideshare drivers be exempt from that then? Why did
that's what they would like to. So
right now they're the opposite. It's $28 or $29.
Yeah, they're like people who work, who need their cars to work. Is like, hey, can we not be a part of this? But that may not happen. But that's just something that a lot of the rideshare drivers are really upset about, because a lot of them make good money driving and deliver rideshare at Manhattan.
So Hannibal, is that on top of, like, say I decide to drive into the city, which I sometimes do. Do I get hit with the toll, like the tunnel charge and the $28? So it's gonna cost me close to $40 to go drive into Manhattan.
Wow.
There was one of the main bridges.
Governor is talking about, like, this should not be burdening New Jersey taxpayers. So it's possible.
There was one of your main bridges to get into Manhattan had an exemption on it. I don't know your bridge names. I know there's like 3 or something to get into there, but one of them, the Kennedy or whatever, one of the major ones has exemption to get into there. I don't know why.
I have to look that up, and that just means all the traffic will be going in that direction, because It's expensive.
Yeah,
It's expensive in general just to be in Manhattan for anything. For parking your car on the street, the parking meter, you could spend like $15 for hour or two, or even more.
I can't even imagine trying to park my car. I wouldn't go to Manhattan with a car. I'd go way out somewhere else, park my car, and take a train in or something. Like I wouldn't.
Right. That's how I feel about
Yeah.
Chicago.
I think that they want to discourage. There's too many cars, and they want these cars not to be there. So this is what they're trying to do. And once they put this in, it'll be implemented next year or early 2024.
Yeah, so you will never see me driving into Manhattan again. Mass transit, here I come.
Right, because I mean, exactly. Because from New Jersey, you guys just take the train.
Yes and no. There are sometimes I'm kind of crazy. I actually don't mind driving into Manhattan if I know where I'm going. And it's, to me, the convenience. And I also know the times of trafficy times of getting in and getting out. As long as you're at like off-peak times, sometimes it's, in my opinion, easier to drive. Other than that, yeah, I'm taking the train in all the time.
Right.
Yeah, so it's estimated that New Jersey commuters will cost them $5,000 a year.
Oof.
With the $23 peak hour congestion fee. That's not going to happen. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and now the option for the yellow cab is there, and the yellow cabs are the medallion holders who.
And they're not going to probably deal with that at all.
Well, they won't have to pay any. I mean, there's no way they can make them pay, right? I mean, they've paid $1 million, some of them, for a medallion that's worthless. The one thing they can do is exempt them from this.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I mean, this, and then that gets weird too, because Uber now has a rideshare offer, but they also have an offer from Yellow Cab who can cross the line.
They've been talking about this for a while, and I didn't take it seriously. But then once the governor said, "Yeah, I agree," like, well, that's not good. And I know she is fighting for her seat, but she's Democrat. I doubt that a Republican is going to win that seat. So I think she's going to stick around. Her name is Kathy Hochul, I think her name is. And the mayor is a part of it. He's down too. So it don't look good for people who want to drive in and out of Manhattan. Which is weird because your mayor was a police officer, right? Yeah. Things have not changed as much as I thought it was going to. The crime is still at a high level.
But I'm doing the math in my head though. Like, say I take the train into Manhattan. I'm making this up, and it's been such a long time since I've taken the train in Manhattan. Say it's like $24, but say I don't want to take the subway, but I get into a cab or an Uber to go 10, 15 blocks, and depending on where I'm going, I'm still going to get hit with the charge if Uber is charging me as a customer to take the Uber somewhere. So I'm still getting charged no matter whether I'm driving or not, right?
I don't know if it's to the is it to anybody driving in? Or I thought this was just for like the ride share and again, you weren't here last week, Hannibal. That's maybe part of it too. I was talking about the green cabs have to pay that same. Are they the green cabs, the ones that service the boroughs but not downtown? I don't know the lingo, but I'm trying.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, because I don't see yellow cabs here in Brooklyn.
Right. Sure, so whatever those other cab companies are that don't have the medallion status, they're having to pay this amount too to get in.
Yeah.
So they're having to pay that surcharge, or their customers are. So is Uber, but the yellow cabs aren't. And now Uber's got the yellow cab on the app for the same amount as an Uber. Yellow cab is an Uber X. Now I'm guessing that the two distances that we just talked about fall under 60th Street, Empire State, and the start point of
to drive south from 60th.
Yeah. So I mean, like, but
most of the crazy amount of traffic is usually located. It's wall to wall, car to car. You're barely moving anywhere. So that's why they're looking to do this $9 to $23 toll to drive. But
my guess is you probably get a lot of people who live north of 60th who work in the city.
Exactly.
And I know what you're saying. You're saying that they really want to push this subway deal, but what about the people who just rely on these companies? I mean, this is going to change your life now, or else you're going to have to beg to get a yellow cab.
Yeah, and I think most people are not for this. like most are not for it. It's really powerful people You have the mayor agreeing, the governor, most powerful person in the state, saying, "Yeah, I'm for this plan." It's not a good look. What's going on? Like, what's going on behind the scenes, and why she thinks it's a good idea to implement? The MTA, of course, is looking to get as much money as possible to do whatever they're trying to do. But how is this a good idea? I mean, Manhattan is kind of dying. People are leaving. I don't go to Manhattan. Everything is in Brooklyn. So what's the incentive to go to Manhattan? They want you to take the train. But also, I didn't mention crime in the train is a problem too. The subways have tons of issues with robberies, mental health, mental ill people attacking family. So it's not like the trains are great either to use public.
And I was going to say that I know the trains have always been an issue, but they're extra bad right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't even live in New York, and I hear stories about the train incidents all the time.
Yeah, there's more cops in there. So I don't know what if you want. Most people left last year or 2 years ago. Most people left the states of New York and California, and it feels like New York and California are just finding ways to get more people to leave. Right, like California, I think what's it, 2030 something. Only a certain amount of what kind of cars are allowed to be made over there, or allowed to be used. I forgot the law that they passed over there, but it just seems like they're just New York and California just finding new ways. They're like, let's get more people to leave. Let's try this. Let's try that. Like, they're not trying to find ways to get people to stay, enjoy being here. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Holly, you live in Florida, so you don't face any of this. Gary brings it up all the time. No. I know, but I know you follow it. I know that you follow what's going on, and
that's one part of the country really that I've never really spent any time in is New York, and so I'm staying quiet because I really don't know much about it. I mean, Chicago, I was, grew up 3 hours from Chicago. I could talk a little bit about Chicago, but I'm kind of dumb when it comes to New York, so.
But I mean, these seem like ridiculously unfair. The only thing that I can even think of that even sounds somewhat remotely fair, and it's not fair necessarily, but is that they're trying to get the yellow cabs some business again because they own these worthless medallions that they paid millions for. Because they're the only ones allowed to cross these lines freely.
There's some group or people are going to. I think the MTA. I think the MTA is just a money grab. They're losing money. This is a great way to make money, but that's being me cynical. It feels like it's another tax. It just feels like a money grab. It's going to hurt people who don't have the kind of money that they can pay for this. So if you're just barely surviving living in New York City, this doesn't help. I just don't see where it's helping other than the MTA.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem fair to give it to one cab company or group and then not the others. That's
right. I think they're still sitting in a situation where from years ago they're saying, hey, remember when we charged these people $1.1 million for these medallions? And then they're like, yeah, and they're like, well, they're still paying them off, or they've gone broke, or they're upside down, or and I think they're just trying these little these are like, I think they're union pushes, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how a union push has somehow put Yellow Cab on the radar and on the app with Uber. That's just weird to me.
Yeah, the stories with those medallions were depressing because some drivers just committed suicide. Their whole lives was destroyed from that situation. It was it was devastating to a lot of people. So
I had a couple New York cabbies. Well, on this podcast, and they said that literally that you used to be able to follow exactly in price, like up until the mid 2000s, you could follow exactly in price whatever a stock market seat was how much a medallion was from its inception. So if a stock market seat was $7,000 in 1956, so was a medallion. It was like the exact equivalent. Well, going up to like $1 million.
Here, 2014, the medallion was worth $1.2 million. As of April,
I think 1.2 something's the most expensive one that was ever bought.
Right. As of April 7th, they're worth about $100,000.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is those people who bought those medallions, that was a for life thing. That was supposed to be, hey, this is a good way to earn. I can pass it along to my family. Like, you didn't lose it when you died. It continued on with it, staying with whoever you passed it to. And so it was a good way of it was supposed to be a good living and a good way to be able to live in New York and earn.
Yeah.
And then they took away the value of the medallion, but they never did any kind of reimbursement to the people who bought them. I would have thought they would have said, "Oh, you paid off the medallion? Well, okay, we owe you some money back since they're worthless now."
Yeah.
I don't know. Clearly Rideshare, all this threw a wrench into everything. But hey, guys, by the way, Connecticut is also joining now the ranks of states that will be pushing for AB5 type legislation without a vote in January. So now that's 8 states.
Crazy.
This is actually getting something to be worried about, you guys. So again, I would tell you to go check out Mike Harubi's site and sign up for it. It's not going to solve a problem, but it's going to keep you way more in touch than you probably are. I'm trying to think oh yeah, here it is. So check this out. Go here, sign up, put your email in there. That's all you got to do. He's not asking for anything else, but you will learn a lot. You will be kept up to date with what's going on in a lot of states. And there's some really important stuff that we all need to be keeping an eye on.
100%. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that are going to be happening, and these midterms are going to be huge. I'm not going to talk about political here, but I'm just going to say everybody needs to get out and vote, and you need to pay attention to this stuff, especially in some states like Kim's state. New Jersey has to pay attention. Could have some big problems there. But so Holly, before we wrap up here tonight, I need to know the Ari stuff.
Here it comes. I was waiting.
Well, I just need to know, like, what made it start? Are we in the midst of it, or are you going to keep it going?
I'm going to keep going as long as there's something to talk about.
Have you invited her on?
For what?
Because I would pay per view for that.
I mean, she's
if you would talk to her about watermelons and rainbows, I would just die. I would die to watch this.
Oh, you haven't seen the feeding squirrels.
I don't know. Again, like I said, I find it interesting that this is what caught you. I hadn't even heard of it.
The first time I heard of it was Pedro had his Sunday night live stream, and he promotes some channels. He does like two gig channels and one non-gig channel. And he said, interesting video, interesting channel, all in with Ari. She's living in a car and just seems inspiring and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't necessarily take it too seriously, because I find YouTubers who do the whole living homeless thing or living in a car, I don't like that. I feel like they're homeless. A homeless situation is a big deal. It's a serious problem. I feel like a lot of these van YouTubers feel like they're taking it seriously. I just feel like it's a little exploiting a real situation. So I didn't really pay it no mind. But after a while of just, Holly and a lot of other YouTubers really started to go into her story. And I'm sure, Holly can kind of take it from there. But then it became interesting for me. That's what I wanted.
When he mentioned it that night, I was already in it. I already knew that it was a scam. And so I was like, oh my God, Pedro, you just like announced this girl's channel to all of these gig people that we
didn't know, right?
care about. And I'm like, and now they're going to go, and God, I don't want them to give their hard-earned money to this girl. So then I kind of, I had to start saying what I knew,
So before you even said anything, you knew.
But how did I'm just curious, how did you actually come about that it was an actual scam? Is it just like a feeling, or like you actually had?
She came across in my feed like she did to everybody else. And I started watching her. And at first I was on the fence. I'm kind of like, okay, is it true? Is it not true? And, the more I watched, the more red flags came up for me. And then other people started piping in about they found this out, they found that out. And so then I just started doing my own research, and I found out quite enough to know that this was not anybody that anybody with any common sense would want to give their money to. So.
But there's no sign of her ending this, right? She continues the journey.
I don't know, because she was uploading like every day almost. I mean, she would miss a day here and there, maybe every other day. And now she's going like 4 days between uploads. She did upload a short right before we came on here tonight. Actually, I just saw that before we came on. And she said that she's got a couple new videos ready to drop that she's editing right now. So
she's editing from her homeless car.
right.
I just find it interesting how
She
quickly
lives in
her
her car
channel
about as
grew,
much as
though.
I do.
Like it was like one video and just went crazy viral. It just seems I don't understand YouTube at all. Like I don't see how some videos just take off and some don't. But hers just flew by, and it's to a point of some like a theory like how did her video just decide to just be viral? I mean, it wasn't
all these other
anything
people out
special
there
about
doing
it.
the same thing.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's curious.
So what is Holly's channel? This is Holly's channel. However, you can find it in the show notes too. We have it in there. Make sure you subscribe, but don't do it just based on that. Holly does gig content too. She's also a newsbreaker, and will throw you to the wolves if she finds out you're screwing
Don't
people
be a
over.
liar. I've always hated liars. I hate liars. I do. I hate liars. I hate people that take advantage of other people. I've been taken advantage of, and it gets under my skin. And especially as a mother and a grandmother now too. If you mistreat your child, you are less than dirt to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's seriously, that's where I can forgive a lot of things. I can forgive any criminal record you have. I can forgive anything really almost. But you abuse a child and you don't take care of your kids, you're shit on my shoe.
Am I reading this channel right? A month ago, she had 100 subs.
Yeah, I'm saying it was some crazy.
And now she has 87,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she went to 87,000 in a month.
And think how many people are giving money to this person.
Well,
Patreon account and everything.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know the amounts of channels she's bringing it in through. It's pretty crazy.
I think she's making about 30,000 though.
There's no way that you can buy that she's living out of a car anymore, I guess is my point. Like, okay, a month or whatever ago, like you still didn't buy it. But at this point, she's taking in $100,000 this month. She ain't living in no car, guys.
But even then she said it's her choice. She wasn't saying I'm struggling, I have to live in my car. She wasn't saying that. She was actually saying that she chose to. So she's staying in her car, she was staying in her car, but it was because she wanted to, not because she had to. That was a difference.
Really? Because I feel like I saw a couple where it was like, I guess, maybe it's the wording, but it felt like I have to do this.
She may have put that feeling across there, but there were times that she did say that it wasn't. But I think, of course, she's going to put that feeling across there because she wanted you to.
Right, because being in the car gets her more money. If she starts showing her $10,000 a month apartment, she's not going to get any money.
But you guys all know, being a delivery person, hell, we're in our cars more than she's in hers. I guarantee you.
Right, that car is a prop in my book.
Mr. Flex.
It's just a prop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she played off a sympathy of being, making it seem like she's homeless. It's very manipulative.
As soon as he comes in, Arturo says
very
it.
young too.
What's up, Flex?
She does try to act much younger. She's 32. She's not like she's 15, for God's sakes. She's old enough to know better.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't buy any of it. In fact, I don't really buy any of her story.
Because I told you not to.
I'm wondering if she has a kid. I'm wondering if...
Oh no, that's by law. That's legal paperwork. That's all court records.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe she gave it up. Maybe she seems like the type who would have sold it.
Oh no, the father has the baby. He got custody of the baby. I've got court documents. It's
right, but now she makes more than him off.
She was never ordered to pay child support. She does not have to pay child support. That was a deal between her and him in the court. No child support.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad you're going after her. I think that Holly should be an investigative journalist. I think
there's a lot of scammers out here. It's a lot.
Yeah,
well, you guys have somebody else that you want me to look into that needs a little exposure? Let me know.
All right.
I got a few. We'll talk off camera.
You know what? Like I was expecting to bring up these comments though, and just see like, oh yeah, we feel sorry for. There's a lot of people bashing the hell out of her in these comments.
Well, her videos are now getting more dislikes than likes.
Like,
which goes to show people that, you know, even a dislike puts you in the mix.
But it wasn't that way in the beginning. You definitely had a lot more people supporting her, but it is definitely, the tides have turned. And you can see from her Social Blade charts too. She's gone down.
Yeah.
And she's probably going to like still rage on that because people are going to feel sorry for her about the people who are against her. Like, God, she hasn't hardened up. Don't do that to her. I'm going to give her more money.
Some of the comments I get. You can't believe some of the people defending her and the crap they say to me. It's unbelievable.
Like I have questions though, because like I haven't watched her stuff. Sorry, Holly, I didn't watch your videos on her. I mean, sorry.
She did an ad for you, Gary.
I know.
Yeah,
I tell people all the time I don't watch videos. I watch live streams. Do it live and I'll watch that. But I mean, was she legitly like homeless at one point and then she started getting all this? I know she's only had her channel for about a month, but was she ever homeless? Because I mean, that's a different story than just scamming people.
She came from money. I do know that. And I can't say 100% factual that she was not. It could be when she got thrown out of her grandma's house that maybe she stayed in her car for a night or two. I don't know. But like I said, I'm not saying this is factual. I'm saying this is my opinion. I do not believe that at any point in time she had 0 places to go.
Yeah.
It's my opinion just from what I know about her.
Right. I was just curious because I mean, like I hate bashing people without, you know, me personally.
Well, you know, you can watch Holly's videos are good enough to watch, and you'll get enough of a feel for this person, though, is what I'm saying. You don't have to go watch much of Ari. You can watch Holly's and get a feel for what this Ari girl is. Because, like I said, I didn't even know about her till Holly did it. I didn't even, I didn't even know about Pedro doing that. I catch his Sundays sometimes, but I guess I missed that one because I didn't even know that was somebody that he reached out about. You know, obviously if he had known
and
that,
he was kind of backing her. He was a hard one to turn because it took a lot for him to finally be like, okay, she's, you know, not what she seemed.
Yeah.
You know, I guess, I mean, none of us, I guess all of us, you know, or a lot of us want to believe the best in people, but really there's a lot of people who, I know, but there's a lot of people who can prove that theory wrong real quickly. Like,
right.
You know, maybe we shouldn't believe the best in people.
Well,
but yeah.
Well, I mean, this kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember it. It was on the news, but you know, to where like they'd stand on the corner all day with the sign, and then they'd get done with the corner, and then they go get in a BMW.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you hear that all the time.
Yeah,
there was the San Francisco test about that, like years ago. There was this dude who lost his, and then other people too, but there was this guy who lost his job of 6 figures and didn't want to work in the offices anymore. And so he panhandled on Market Street for a year for the same hours that he worked in the business 2 blocks down, the same exact hours. He made $25,000 more than he did at $100,000. He made $125,000 being homeless from 9 to 5.
Jeez.
Wow.
Those people, yeah, they could make a lot of money.
I mean, to me, that was just like, are you kidding me? Like, so this guy was making $100,000, and this is like 20 years ago, and you know, I mean, so and now it's like, okay, you're fired, or I'm quitting, or whatever happened. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go work out in the street for the same hours. You go do what you want, man. And he made more money.
Yeah. That's why we be careful with a lot of the GoFundMe's that are around, a lot of these crowdfunding, stories, even businesses that are saying we're going to build something special. Like you have to give us, because this happens with Kickstarters. A lot of Kickstarters, they'll say, hey, we're going to develop this game and millions of dollars are invested and no game is there. And it's been years and someone went off with the money. Like this happens all over the place, especially on the internet. So you have to just be really cautious before you put, cash app someone that you don't know.
Right.
Do
they could be manipulating you.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I
if you
see.
want to
I
help
actually,
the homeless, that's great. Go help the homeless
Right.
in your community where you know that your dollars are actually going to help these people. Because I'm all for helping people, believe me. But
oh,
you
I
know,
am too.
there's plenty of people
Oh
in
yeah,
every
yeah.
community that need help. So absolutely.
But you need to
go
look
do that.
into who you're helping and where this is
Exactly.
going these days. Yes,
Exactly.
you
That's
really
all I-
need to really make sure you understand what you're giving your money to. Because I mean, and like we talked about a few weeks ago, there's phishing scams out there. Hey, change your DoorDash account that isn't even linked to DoorDash. I mean, you're going to go change your account on a screen that looks just like DoorDash, but it's not DoorDash. It's just a phishing scheme to get your info. So you got to look into everything. Like if DoorDash sends an email out saying you got to change your email, even if it looks legit, even if you're so sure it's DoorDash, go to DoorDash and change your email. don't click that
the
link.
links. Yeah.
Don't click any links. I mean, that's the point we're at. Everybody has to be that kind of careful, But I guess I just find it ridiculous, and I've seen comments about like if this Ari person wasn't cute or the age she is, would she be getting any money or attention?
But that's what I was wondering in terms of the algorithm, right? Of why that video in particular got pushed so quickly to so many people at one time. Like you start to question, like, okay, is this a YouTube thing? Is it just luck? Like I don't know. It's fascinating at the same time. It's confusing at the same time. But I don't know.
I think somebody was behind it. I don't know who. I really don't know. But when there's all these other channels out there that are basically doing the same thing, and her content, I mean, really, if you take away all of the drama that was surrounding this, her content's not ultra interesting or anything. It's a little boring. I mean, it's just, I don't know. There's no reason that she should have taken off over another girl that's doing the same thing.
Right. Well, it all happened because of this, right? I mean, this was it.
I'm saying this because of the hashtag. Because if you go click on homeless hashtags, if you look at all those videos, they all got like hundreds of thousands and millions, and like hashtags mean a lot, believe it or not. Like how do homeless.
So I should call mine homeless internet.
Yeah. I mean, you could hashtag homeless in your thing, and I bet you'd probably get views. Because a lot of people like they search YouTube by hashtags. Like my son, that's what he tells me. He goes, "Oh, I just hashtag it and find it." Whatever he wants to watch. He don't type in like we
right. Or
type
if he
in,
sees a video he likes, he finds a hashtag in there he likes, and then clicks that.
That's interesting. I never even thought about doing that.
Yeah, if you don't hashtag your videos, you should.
And if you click on a hashtag, it brings them up in order of what's relevant to you. So if you have any people you follow, it puts people that used that hashtag at the top. Then it puts the most current used. Then it puts the most watched channels. I mean, like it does have a flow to it.
Okay.
I mean, Hannibal, don't you tag your videos like in YouTube Studio when you post a video?
Yeah,
don't you add tags?
I've been told that tags don't work. I still do them, but I heard they're not really as effective, I guess, as they used to be. But I still do that. I still do them. I have some hashtags, but I don't put a lot of effort in figuring out what hashtags I guess I should be doing that. I don't know. Kim, what's your hashtag game? Is it?
I don't do hashtags in my titles, but I do the tags you do
at the bottom. In your description. Yeah, do it in your description. Not just on not where the tag section is, but actual where you type out your links and stuff. Put your hashtags there as well.
Yeah.
This is not the homeless roundtable.
Homeless? No, I'm not homeless.
No, I'm in a house.
I'm not homeless either.
Yeah, see, I don't always do that. I have some of them that are in.
We should have a roundtable where we all say it's the homeless roundtable and get in our cars and put blankets around the windows like she does.
No.
And then just, hey guys,
Gary,
we're all struggling.
Gary's not in it.
No, I'm definitely not one to prey on matters like that. I know Steve's joking about it, but I definitely not one to do anything crazy like that.
We would never make fun of anybody who was actually homeless. So we're not doing that. Don't get it twisted.
Of course.
We're making fun of Ari only.
In fact, that's Gary. Gary, you know this. That's my cause here in Denver. I care about that a ton. So actually, that is no joke at all.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, but wow, yeah, Gary, you were right. I was just looking too. The hatred for this girl is like, it's like the dark side of the Force. People hate her, dude. This
Right.
Ari
That's what I
girl.
said. I was expecting to click on the video and get a whole bunch of supporting comments, and I wasn't. I was
they
like,
don't like they don't
and
like
like
her.
I said, I don't know anything about the girl. I didn't watch the video. I was just expecting that with her having 87,000 viewers right off the bat. But
Yeah, she's Holly's the one taking her down. I wonder if she knows. Does she know? Do you think she knows about you?
She watches the videos that a lot of us make, guaranteed, 100%, 100%. Because you can see it. Because then the next video, whatever she's been criticized for, then like her next couple of videos, she tries to correct whatever she was criticized for. Like, well, what's she doing for the homeless? She hasn't done anything for them. All of a sudden, she's making her little care packages in her car.
Yeah. It looks like she's going to play it up a little bit, right? Like,
well, Ari, if you're listening, we would like to invite you to the show because we have some questions.
I mean, this would be a great Springer moment if I was like right now, like, guess who's backstage? We've got Ari. Like,
we can't throw chairs or anything though. Sitting on
we could all show watermelons and stuff and
throw watermelons like Gallagher.
I don't even like watermelon. Like, it's nothing. Like, oh yeah, we had this discussion. I know, Gary, you like watermelons.
I do like.
There's no taste
in
watermelon.
I don't like
watermelon,
them
feta, and bread.
Yeah.
There's taste of watermelon. What are you talking about?
No,
it's just
not
cold.
really.
I don't like it.
I guess it's refreshing. It's like drinking water.
I'll drink water then.
Yeah, drink water.
It's like drinking. It's just nice in the summer. I don't think I'd like a watermelon in the winter.
Have you tried it though?
No, we don't get them.
Well, then you don't know.
There's no watermelons in Colorado.
No, I'm sure there is.
Not in the winter, bro. Our things do change. Like we don't get certain stuff at certain times. Like avocados, we get year round, but like we get the crappy ones in the off season. They send us like the crap from California comes this way.
What kind of watermelon do you guys get in Denver?
I agree.
What kind of watermelon do you guys get?
It's not good.
In the summer, they're good.
I'll take your word for it, but
you don't even like watermelon.
Pedro, if you're watching, next gig conference, just watermelon and feta.
Yeah.
So I guess you don't like the watermelon Sour Patch things either.
Okay, I like watermelon candy.
That's not
Is that weird.
Watermelon.
I'll have watermelon candy. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Try frozen. See, I like frozen grapes. That's me. I don't know. Max and I get
grapes now. Yeah.
Max and I get grapes. We throw them in the freezer. It's first thing.
Or you can add alcohol. Ever see like is it on TikTok or is it on Pinterest where they take a watermelon and they kind of cut out the top of it and then they put a whole bottle of vodka in it and you get like a watermelon.
You gotta scoop out more than that. If you do it that way, it will just overflow. Yeah.
Oh,
yes. Maybe we just do it better in Florida. I don't know what to tell you people.
I live in Florida. I don't like watermelon.
Well, I think both coasts get everything more. See, in the middle of the country here, and no, it's not like we're North Dakota. No offense, North Dakota, but I mean, it's not like we're North Dakota, but we're not. We are pretty far from it's like we don't get fresh ocean fish.
I don't eat seafood either.
Yeah, I don't eat seafood.
I guess I'm so
right, but
spoiled.
I can't
feel like I can get seafood all year around. Like it just doesn't.
Right. Yeah.
I can't even stand the smell of it.
I mean, there's a place. I see the driven mom still in here, and I know she'll know. There's a couple places that fly them in, but even that is a day old. So we don't get them like San Francisco and stuff like off the boat. You can get really good seafood that doesn't exist here. So
I guess I just take it for granted. I feel like I can get seafood any time, whether it's summer, whether it's the winter.
Can you get rattlesnake eggs? Okay,
like, huh?
I rest my case.
I don't think I want that. We're good. You can keep that over in Colorado.
I can get gator all year round.
See, we got a place that does all that exotic meat stuff up in Evergreen. The whole menu's that way. It's all like disgusting things like dead crow.
Dead crow.
You know, I mean, just nasty. Everything's just nasty. It's all stuff you would not eat elsewhere.
Yeah.
Nick, Gary, why do you only spend half the time in Florida? Why do you go back and forth instead of just being in one place?
Because I have family in Oklahoma.
Oh, I mean, is that where you grew up?
Yes.
No, I'm just asking because I don't know.
Yeah. We spend the winters in Florida because it's warm, and then the summers up here. I think in another year or so, we're probably just going to stay in Florida full time now.
I was hoping his answer was going to be because we have family in Florida. So that's why he goes up to Oklahoma.
I have no family in Florida.
So I now have 2 places to stay to go to Disney World. I'm good.
I'm 2 hours from Disney.
I'm 45 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, we're good.
Does gator taste like fish sticks?
It's tough. Gator's a tough meat. You got to chew on it.
It should not be.
It should not be.
Should not be.
Well,
No,
so it's like fish for us. We get it all.
That's a good cooked gator.
See, we don't have gators up here in the Rockies.
No, because like we do like when we go to a restaurant, we can order like gator bites and stuff like that. I mean, they're not tough to eat.
Yeah, I'm good. Maybe it's a Northeast thing. I'm good.
I don't eat gator either. So.
Yeah. In Coney Island, you can get frog legs back in the day. I never had it though, but they used to sell them.
There's plenty of frogs down here.
Holly, where are you at in Florida?
Sarasota.
Oh, okay. I don't know how far that is from me. Let me see.
You
How
are
do you guys in Florida not know that stuff?
Wait, where you're on the west? No,
If
you're on
you
the
ask me anywhere in Colorado, I can tell you exactly how long.
I know roughly where she's at. I just don't know how far it is from me. Because see, I want to move over towards Clearwater. Is where I want to move.
Okay, that's 45 minutes.
And so I know she's south of Clearwater. I know that, but I don't know how far like drive time because I don't go to Sarasota. Who goes to Sarasota?
And I live on the north side of Sarasota, so it's 45 minutes to like the St. Pete Airport. It takes me 45 minutes.
Yeah, see, she's 3 hours from me.
So yeah, but that's not far. What are you laughing about, Steve?
No, I'm just reading some of these comments. These people are now like, I can tell when we've spun them in a weird way. Like they're talking about Taylor ham and egg and cheese.
Oh, yeah. That's a New Jersey thing.
Pork roll in North Carolina.
It says, don't ask for the pork roll. Wait, Jersey
I'm
man,
just getting lots of
why
ideas
do we not
here.
ask for that?
You know, it's
I say it's funny. It's pork roll to me, and it just depends on where you're at in New Jersey. It's like the biggest debate whether it's Taylor ham or pork roll.
Wait, okay. So I'm from the South, and the first time I ever went to
why
New York,
is it this? Why is it don't ask for pork roll?
I know that's what I asked.
I don't know.
The first time I ever went to New York, and I got a chicken fried steak, mashed potato. I was like, "Oh, give me some okra," and they're like, "What the hell is okra?"
Yeah,
I was like, "What is okra?" I was
I
like,
would have looked at you.
okra?
If you went to a Caribbean spot, they would know. They'll have that, but yeah, not just randomly.
Okra's like a root. It is, right? Isn't okra a root?
Gary, Steve is always bullying you.
I'm asking you. I think I've cooked with
I don't know if
okra.
it's an actual root. You don't have okra in Denver either?
God,
If you don't have okra, I'm not coming to Denver. I'm just telling you.
then no.
You don't
Really?
have
Is
fried
that
okra.
important to you?
Yeah. Well, first
I
off,
can't
if they don't
believe
have-
that's a make or break. So no, we don't.
If
have
they
okra.
don't have fried okra, then they're uncultured.
Is it like something you have like every day? I don't think I've ever had okra in my entire life.
I don't. I have.
I've cooked
It's a
with
vegetable.
okra.
It's a
We have it.
vegetable.
We have it. Right, but it's like a root. When you go get it, it's like a root. It looks like an onion root.
No.
Now I want to taste and see what it tastes
Okra is like long and skinny.
like. A carrot?
Like green
No,
onions.
No, skinnier.
No, it's skinny. I can pull up a picture for you.
There's no way it's skinnier than green onions. They are skinny.
Well, no,
Okay, no,
it's
not
not
as
skinny.
skinny
No,
as
not
green
not
onions,
as green onions. But hold on, let me see it.
Now we're all looking up okra.
This is important.
Oh, here you go.
This is important. Yeah, that's
Here's
how it looks
okra.
like.
But
That's
then you
okra.
like chop it up and like, do you fry it? Is that what you do?
Yeah, you fry
That's
it.
not the okra that I saw.
What are you thinking about, Steven?
Do you
I
put
don't
any? I
know.
mean, you just throw it in oil and like fry it up in a little skillet?
No,
Or,
like, look, you batter it,
oh, you
and
batter it.
then you cut it up. You
Oh, we
batter
fry
it.
it.
Anything will
right.
taste
Yeah,
good, I'll
those-
tell you.
But
Yeah,
isn't
those
okra
ones.
one of those vegetables that if you don't do it right, it can be bitter?
Now, if you don't cook it correctly, it can get mushy.
Like that watermelon.
Yeah, like apparently some
What does it
people's
taste like?
watermelons tastes like okra.
Oh my god!
Well,
What
it
does
calls it a
taste like?
pickle. Is it
I
like
don't
a
think he's
pickle?
ever tried it.
No, it's not a pickle. It doesn't taste like a pickle.
All right, hold on. Because this is Talk of Texas mild okra pickles. See? Can you see that?
Oh, the pickled. That may taste good, actually. Gary, you should try it out.
Oh, wait.
And by the
Yeah,
way,
post it
we
on
do
Instagram.
own own green chili, New Mexico. Don't think that that's you
Oh,
guys.
yeah, they pickled them. There. Now you can
That
see it
is
better.
that is
Yeah, you can-
100%
you can get pickled
Colorado.
okra. You know what though? The best okra, and I don't know if you guys have it, but like I think it's Whole Foods that have it for me is dehydrated okra.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really good. Like crazy good.
Is it like an okra chip then?
Kinda. I mean, it's not chipped though. I mean, it's still the same thing. They just dehydrate it, and it has a snap to it. It's really good.
I think
Like,
you and I
I
need
can
to
sit
do
down
more
and eat the whole thing.
Instacart, Kim, so that we understand these.
I don't think
I've
I'll
never
ever
had
understand
okra
that.
on my list.
You know, everybody should go eat some okra so we can talk about it next week.
You know,
I'm
when you
good.
do come, Gary,
She's
to
out.
Colorado, here's the thing. I'm going to take you to the store, and you can tell me what we're missing.
We will.
'Cause
That's a
I
great
want
idea.
you to go, where's the, and I'm like, oh, we don't have that.
We don't have there.
We
It's
have
a
meat
southern thing.
instead. Because we have every meat. We kill everything and we put it out for
We
everybody.
kill everything.
So anything you can think of, we kill it, we cook it.
Nice.
It says on here that okra has a sweet, grassy flavor that takes on more depth with longer cooking and a texture that can be crisp and juicy or dense and creamy.
But the word grassy doesn't
flavor,
sound
like you're eating
appetizing.
grass.
No, it doesn't taste like grass to me. It tastes like okra.
There's a grassy flavor.
I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
because I've had okra my entire life, so it tastes like okra to me.
Mm,
I mean, that's
not-
like if I say what does chicken taste like, you're gonna be like chicken.
Again.
Yeah, just
Well,
like chicken.
that's kind of an ongoing joke that everything tastes like chicken.
Right.
Like
That's
when
what
you don't
okra
know how to
Okay,
tell
okra
what a
tastes
meat
like
tastes
chicken.
like, you just say
eat,
chicken.
Just eat okra. It tastes like chicken. Eat okra.
Okay. Well, why wouldn't it just eat a chicken?
This is the vegan option.
Yeah.
Vegan chicken.
I'm okay with eating the chicken. So, and my son's growing too quick. He would be like, "What is this?" He'd throw it at the wall. Is this a vegetable?
We're gonna whenever I come to Denver, we're going to get. I'll find somebody to make fried okra. If not, I will make it, and you're gonna eat it live on camera.
And you're gonna eat it.
Yes, you're gonna eat it live. We're gonna do a live stream. He's gonna eat okra and watermelon and feta.
Now
Together.
that's a combo for you.
All right.
That's
Well,
what
fine.
we're
If we're gonna, Gary and I will play a game. We'll call out different foods on each other. You eat this. Fine. You eat this.
Well, biologically, okra is actually a fruit.
Really? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we don't
I
have
learned
the
a lot.
fruity okra, or maybe we do. The driven mom is laughing, but I think she's laughing because I said we're a meat state, because she said, "Facts, Steve." That is true.
Yeah,
We are a
so-
meat state.
Look
Put
at-
up her. Wait.
look
Put
at
up her. Yeah. Put up that comment.
Well,
Mhm. Yeah, that was interesting. That cat thing you were doing.
Yes, driven mom. That's exactly correct. Yes.
yes. That was tonight's episode.
It's kind of like a Sunday fun day on a Thursday.
Yeah,
But Gary wouldn't call it
Yeah,
obscure. He eats it every day.
Yeah.
So
And
Not
I don't know
every-
about the
not
rest of
every
you
day.
guys, but honestly, before we wrap this up, I've been in a major heat wave here and I don't have air conditioning. I don't know how many of you guys are going through this right now. Ours is supposed to end tomorrow. It's been 98 to
Did you say
100. I
you
know
don't
we're
have
not
air
Southern
conditioning?
California.
Been that all
No, I have air conditioning. We have air conditioning units in our house, like 3 of
Okay.
them.
What kind of third world country do you live in?
he's in Europe.
It's
I
That's what it
guess.
is, bro. A lot of us live like this. It's
No,
just,
driven mom.
you're talking about like 9 months of you don't need it at all,
Mm.
and then when it
But
does roll,
it's kind of like Florida and like heaters.
right?
I do
exactly.
turn my heat on every once in a while, though. Down
I
here. We
never
get a
turn my
really
heat
cold
on in
spell.
Florida ever. Like Like it has to be like stupid cold to turn on my heat in Florida.
But yeah,
But I mean, like, I know Southern California's suffering their heat wave too. I don't know if anybody else is, but like ours is supposed to end tomorrow, and like 98 degrees is supposed to go down to 71 tomorrow. I am just so thankful. It has been deadly here. It's been like you go outside and you just, it's just.
You guys
awful.
have any power
It's
issues?
that hot every day here, so that to me is like 98 to 100. It's that every day.
Right. That's just disgusting to me.
It is. It is. It is disgusting. I hate it.
Yeah.
But
So,
I hate snow more. So
Me too.
there you go.
we don't get a lot of snow here in Denver. I know that nobody really understands that, but Driven Mom's in here. She can tell you we get 4 snow days a year.
Well,
Really?
it melts off really fast, right?
Well, I'm just saying we get 4 snow days a year where it might dump and be like 2 feet here in the city, but you have to go up into the mountains to really see real snow. We don't get snow in the city.
See, he says that, and I'm gonna visit him, and then we're gonna get snowed in. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. This is our 4 days, I guess.
And no, we don't have power issues. Yeah. So anyway, sorry that this has been about the homeless and about Ari and about don't support bad people and about Okra and
Purring like
Sorry
a cat.
about that.
Purring like a cat.
actually I'm not sorry. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Steve.
That's for Arturo, bro. I got you. He's
Yeah,
been
you gotta
purring
do it
me.
for Arturo, definitely.
Yeah, man. Come on. Arturo.
Hey,
Arturo-
hey, next
Arturo
thing he's
did
gonna be
you right.
doing. What's that thing that they do with like the? No. What's that
The
fetish called?
ASMR.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
That creepy thing that people do.
It is
Yeah.
creepy.
That sounds scary too. It doesn't even sound like something pleasant. It sounds like something out of a horror movie. So I don't really understand the ASMR thing. But people have even told me there's genres of ASMR. So I really don't understand. I'm not, and I don't want to actually.
I have one more question before we go.
Yes.
Hannibal,
Yes.
what's the update on the cuddling?
It's going I'm actually going to start probably next week because some of it's crazy, a lot of the dog stuff, but now I have some free time, so I know I have to do some training. So I'll probably do that, and then
Wait, they have training?
that you have to pay for training. For I think it's I don't know if it's a
What
cuddle
kind of
companion,
training
one
do
of
you
those
get to
two.
cuddle?
Yes,
It's
you
touch
got training.
therapy. It's
Yes,
not just cuddle. It's touch
and
therapy.
I'm probably gonna start that next week. It's like 100. I forgot how much it costs, but yeah, I'm gonna start my training. Then I'll get my profile. I'm gonna show my profile to you guys in case. Well, I don't know to you guys, but I'm gonna have a profile set up.
100%. You better send it to me.
And if I get a client, I'm going to talk about it, but not talk about them. They're too much personal, too much detail involved. But I'll tell you about the experience.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
Can't wait.
he'll have to share it because we'll find it. I mean, let's be honest.
Touch there.
We have investigative reporter Holly right here. She'll find it.
Right?
Can't hide that from me.
I mean,
Like you
I
charge
can't
but I mean,
believe
like,
you're
I'm
going-
interested.
I cannot
I'm
believe you're
guessing
going
that what
through
he
with it.
pays for is for like.
Kim, I'm going through with it. Yes.
I'm guessing that what you pay for is how to like deal with situation. Like, what do you do if somebody grabs for the goods or something? Or
Scream.
what if
I
it
don't
goes
know.
wrong? It's got to be like safety and defensive training. and
stop
stuff.
that.
He's gonna be like, whoa.
Whoa,
That's
whoa.
an extra $250,
Right?
lady.
Yo, you paid
Don't touch-
200. That's
you can't reach
you're
for
in
the
the
Okra.
5
No.
zone now.
No.
Seriously, do you know what they are going to teach you in the training?
No idea. But I know it's like 100. It's probably a fee for me to give them money. But once I'm on there, I can probably get my profile, put it up there. And most likely, I'm gonna get nothing. No one's going to send me a message. This is all fun and games. But I'm gonna go through with it. I doubt someone's actually interested in me cuddling them.
Oh,
What
no,
happens if
they're
they
going to be
do?
booking Uber Black. I'm just telling you.
and we'll and I mean, come on, we don't know. I mean, I don't know a ton of New York people, but we can put the word out and find somebody out there, and then say you got to hire this guy.
Oh,
We got to
100%.
make sure that he goes through with it. And
Put up a billboard.
Yeah, you guys don't need to share it at all. Just let it live. You don't have to-
because then he's gonna be like extra bucked.
Well, I hope you at least do a video on the training and what they taught you, because I'm interested to know if they're going to teach you things about actual touch therapy, or if they're going to teach you things like Steve says, like what to do in these kind of situations, like where are they going with the training. So I'm interested to know.
We'll do. Yeah, but yeah, I was thinking about it starting in next week.
Well, then
So
we'll expect a report back
purpose.
next Thursday.
Yeah.
So Holly, what do you have coming up? Videos? Any Gary ads?
Yeah, I
Or-
tried to make an ad for Gary. No, I'm just
Yeah, that's out. Huh?
well, I'm just doing my.
There is one Gary Zapp ad out, so go check it out.
Yeah.
But what else? What else? I mean, because I know that it's not just Ari. I know that did do quite a boom for you, but
It did.
I know that you like to do your content too. So I mean, what happens now?
Well, I'm keeping my eyes open for another scammer to expose.
Nice.
No, really, I'm just looking for interesting things. I mean, it is about gig work, but if there's other stories that are on the horizon, that are interesting to me and to other people, I'm going to talk about it. So
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. Kim, what do you got going on?
Tuesday night live. My every Tuesday night, I still drop a video every single day. I'm just giving you guys little now snippets of what's kind of going on with every day that I go out. So just a lot more content out there, doing a lot more shorts and just giving you guys as much as I possibly can. So it's kind of live and out there the same day.
Yeah, shorts are shorts. I got an email about shorts that oddly I got an email from YouTube saying I need to do more.
really,
I know it was a really weird email. I got it like 2 days ago. It's like, you need more shorts.
You need to compete with TikTok. That's why. I was like,
I'm
need
like-
more shorts.
Well, I mean, shorts bring in an audience though too. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I was pretty offended.
you were?
If you guys didn't check it out, I was on with Hannibal last night. So we had that going on. On the 19th, I am with the Driven Mom and with Holly. Holly, you're with us, right? On the 19th for Girls Night on the Driven Mom's channel. So
Nice.
that's coming
Oh.
up.
No, I don't know about that actually. I have to check.
Okay, I thought you were on there. Sorry.
It might be.
I'm trying to think what else. I feel like there's so much. I feel like every day is like a new adventure, and it's just jam packed for like the whole entire month. So lots of stuff coming.
Gary, what do you got?
Let me see. I got Friday. We have the radio show tomorrow night.
Mhm.
What time is that? That's 6 Central
Jason's
time.
back too.
Jason's back tomorrow as well, and I think Jesper's on there right tomorrow. Is that
I think
what Jesper-
Jesper will be there too. Yeah.
Yeah. And
We'll
so,
see.
and then let me see. We got Sunday Fun Day on Sunday, sometime between 10 and noon. Whoever's time zone, I don't know.
Or 4.
10.
And then I'm still working on the GaryZaps.com.
Nice.
Yeah. Hannibal. And by the way, before Hannibal even says anything, if anybody hasn't watched, Hannibal and I've done 2 of these episodes, and I think they've both gone really good. I don't know.
I agree.
Me personally, we're stepping outside of the norm, and I think they do. I think they're doing really good. I think we've got a lot of interested parties that I don't even recognize the names of the people in the chat saying good things. Like, just glad to see you guys doing something different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they've both gone really well.
Yeah, so we're doing it every other week. So next week we're gonna be doing work from home jobs that you can make some money from your house. So maybe I'll have more information about other ways you can make make money from your house on your bed apparently. But for the most part, it'll be like surveys and obviously, I mean, YouTube is be considered as well. I mean, I know a lot of you guys do videos on the go, but work from home is really good. And for the most part, probably gonna be doing more streams about TopDasher. For some reason, when I talk about it, people come in unannounced, and then a lot of emotion comes in, and people seem to find it interesting. They love it. So I guess that's probably gonna happen again next week. Me and Kim appreciate the Driven Dad came in with a really good speech about just it's getting out of hand right, with all the arguing back and forth, but he put things
It
in
really
perspective.
is.
We appreciate it. I don't think that, it'd be nice if people actually took heed to the words, but I just don't see that happening. But people are still going back and forth with this idea about TopDasher. So I'm still going to talk about it because people want to talk about it. But with me and, you, Steve, like the other aspects of independent contracting, that is really I'm interested in talking about. So we're going to still have those content coming out in the next couple of days or so.
Yeah. And then here's by the way, here's the Driven Moms. And there are 4
girls'
para. Right. Yep. That's all girls' night. I think she has a short out where it's ladies' night.
Right.
And she does a little thing on it. But and yeah, there's 4 para roundtables still left, you guys, and the lineups are really, really good. Like Declined is next week. These will all be releasing on the Para channel, but we're recording them on Monday nights. So Declined is next week. We have Entree Courier, who has a very unique story on this. We have TopDasher, who has over 18,000 door dashes under his belt now. We have Mr. Flex. We have Gary's apps, and we have Delivering with Ellen. And the person who, I'm drawing a blank on her name right now, I feel so bad, who we met at the St. Louis conference, who had the Facebook group.
Oh,
You guys remember
Michelle?
who I'm talking about? Yes,
Her name is
Michelle.
Michelle.
Yes. She'll be joining us as well. And then the week after, we have Zach Drives Fast, John Dash Theory TV, Tony the Driven Dad, Canada Ash, or Dashing with Ash in Canada. And that's Do the Algorithms Decide to Pay. The week after is Staying Motivated and Coping with Stress. And this is a really good lineup too. We have John McCallion, Hannibal is Hungry, Pedro, Dashing with Ash again, and Kim's Side Money. So that's gonna be a really interesting one, I think. And then the last of the ones is the rise of women in the gig economy, which is Kim, Lisa, the Driven Mom, Faith, Dasher Pass, Holly, and Ellen, Delivering with Ellen. So all of them are going to be really, really good discussions.
Nice.
So stay tuned, you guys, for that. Watch the Para channel. They will launch. They're going to come out right before Kim's live on Tuesdays. So they will premiere right before Kim goes live on Tuesday nights.
I've got to start setting an alarm. I miss Kim's live every freaking Tuesday. I always forget. I've got to start setting an alarm. I do. I'm gonna have alarms for all this stuff because I hate that when I miss a live that I want to be in.
Yeah,
I don't know. It works out
Yeah.
perfect for me because she does her live right as I'm eating dinner.
I keep you company eating dinner.
You
Are you
do.
going to eat okra the whole entire time?
Yeah. Okay.
Gary puts his earphones on. He's like, I'm not going to talk to any of you. I'm watching this.
Yeah. Go watch Kim. Gotta support her.
Well, thank
So
you guys for the support.
you guys, next week, I'm actually really excited. It's been a while since I've had him on. I don't know how many of you guys know this guy. Mike Delivers. He's a big podcaster, but he has done a couple things here and there on YouTube. His name is Mike Biseglia. He's a ESPN podcaster who does Uber Eats delivery with his wife in New Jersey. They live in Jersey City. They're amazing. They're awesome people. Mike's going to be with us. His wife might be with us, but Mike's going to be with us for sure. And he has got quite a personality. It's going to be fun. And he has a lot of stories of places he hates, and he will give specific addresses of these places. He will tell you which Chipotles suck and which ones you can steal from and which ones. He literally has the lowdown. And the last time I had him on, I was laughing the whole time because I couldn't believe he was like giving it away. He's like, no. Here's what you got to know. He like gave the lowdown on everything for Jersey City. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. And Kim, that's your neck of the woods. So you guys should have some Jersey talk going. He's got the Jersey slang. He uses his hands a lot.
Well, maybe my New Jersey accent will come out thicker being with another New Jerseyan.
And he's got one too. But a lot of you guys might not know him. Mike Delivers. He does have a YouTube channel. I think that all of his videos are just audio files, because but like I was about to say, for audio podcasts, he's got like almost 300. So the guy's been doing it for a while. So it's not really about YouTube. What's that?
How do I find his podcast? Because I found his
Any
YouTube. And he's got 4 videos.
Spotify, Apple Music, Google, anywhere that you can
Mike.
listen to a podcast. Mike Delivers.
But it's Mike Delivers. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And his name's Mike Biseglia. He's just a great guest. He's gonna be a lot of fun for us. I know this. He loves this kind of setting, and he's an ESPN podcaster who goes head to head with one of his best friends. The two of them are like best friends off camera, but one of them is he's a New Jersey basketball fan, and his friend is a New York basketball fan, and they go to town on each other on this podcast. So I guess they do all the basketball games. I'm not really sure what else they do, but I know that and I can't remember I think it's all of them. I'm not really sure if both of them are on it, but this guy, you'll like him. If you guys don't know him, it's going to be fun. And he has a different personality than really any of us have on this, because he doesn't do YouTube. He's like me when I came here. He's like nice.
Nice.
He's not broken by YouTube yet. So he's gonna come on here, be smiles, be nice. He loves being around, doing things like this. He doesn't know that there's a lot of craziness on YouTube, and he just does the audio world like I used to do. My younger days. But everybody in the chat, thank you. I'm glad that you all stuck around. I'm glad that even though we were talking about different subjects, I think I needed a night like this, where it kind of was more, probably more like a Sunday, but nonetheless, I feel like we kept it in the zone. And sometimes it's just a release on Thursday nights too. I mean, sometimes we have a lot of things to talk about, and sometimes maybe it's just stepping away from it all too. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining us, and we will be back here next Thursday. As Gary said, you can catch us tomorrow. I got 13 minutes of news every Saturday now. I'm trying to get that time right where it just drops at 10, just like the Sunday Fun Day should start at 10. Again, Mountain, so noon Eastern for both. And we always love you guys hanging out. Best crowd ever. Check out everybody's channel. You can find them in the show notes. And check out Solo Moves and Gary's apps. And we will see you back here tomorrow, next week, over the weekend, sometime soon. Until then, have a good night, you guys.
All right. Good night.